As the old man was taking a walk in the park, a fox suddenly darted out. While he was still confused, the fox quickly circled around and stood in front of him. It kept shaking its head, as if signaling the old man to follow it. Looking into the fox's helpless eyes, the old man stopped to think, what is happening? Then he decided to follow the fox and see what was going on. More than 10 minutes later, the old man heard the fox's heart-wrenching cries. Following the sound, he saw a fox with its head tightly stuck in a plastic container. At that moment, he finally understood. The little fox that had risked itself to stop him earlier was seeking his help. The old man was moved by the sight. The poor fox must have been looking for food and carelessly shoved its head into the container. Now, the little fox was in despair and helpless. The old man decided to take action and quickly tried to rescue the poor creature. Not knowing what was happening, the fox was frightened and struggled to escape. To calm its fear, the old man gently held it down with a shovel and used his other hand to try to pull the plastic container off, but it was wedged too tightly and wouldn't come off. With no other choice, the old man carefully used a knife to cut through the plastic. It was the only way to free the fox. Luckily, at that moment, it seemed to understand the man's kind intentions and stopped resisting. The fox was very thin, clearly hadn't eaten for a long time, and the added burden of the plastic container had made its suffering even worse. Finally, the plastic was removed, and the fox saw sunlight once again. Just when it seemed the story had come to an end, something unexpected happened. The little fox remembered the old man's kindness. A few days later, it began to appear regularly in the old man's backyard. The old man was happy to give it food. At first, the little fox was curious and hesitant about the egg, but soon it came to enjoy the tasty treat. Day by day, it became a frequent visitor to the old man's home. Over time, a special bond formed between the old man and the little fox. The once troubled fox now saw the old man's house as its own home. Kindness and love always return as warmth and gratitude. Subscribe if the story makes you feel better.